Hello, I'm Chris Moran and welcome back to Chicago Motor Cars. What I'm doing today is going for a quick spin in this beautiful Ferrari F430 Spider. Now under the glass bonnet here, you're going to find the heart of the Ferrari, which is a 4.3 liter V8 engine. Now in this tune, naturally aspirated, it makes 483 horsepower. That's an unbelievable amount of power from such a machine. What's remarkable about a plant like this is you'd think it would be a little bit finicky around town, but this car is as smooth as low revs as it is just delivering the high horsepower. Stock exhaust system, as I said. Really an unbelievable combination to the F1 transmission up front. It's 6 speeds. Use the paddles to shift it, or there's a fully automatic mode. Just hit auto on the console and the car will drive itself for you like any other automatic. But a car you could live with every single day, but you could also take to the racetrack and school people if you so please. But around town it's an absolute delight. On the racetrack it's an absolute delight. For a long haul it's a delight. You name it. This really can do a whole lot more than you'd think, especially for a Ferrari. First, we're going to take a walk around it, just kind of get an idea of the condition of the car. It really is excellent throughout. I'd say 9.5 out of 10. Just being that half-point deduction just for the fact that it does have 23,000 miles on it, but a couple of very, very minor touched-up stone chips I don't even think the camera would be able to grab. But the whole front end, lower area, the bumper, everything really is in excellent condition. Tour de France blue, one of my favorite colors on a Ferrari, and very classic. The name Tour de France obviously has some history with the Ferrari brand. But gorgeous up here, xenon headlamps up here with an LED running light that goes right through there. Also a pop-up sprayer for those headlamps. Now on the side you got the optional 19-inch monolithic wheel. Beyond that you have a cross-stroke rotor with the black Ferrari brake caliper there. These are Brembo brakes actually all the way around. But you've got a Continental Extreme Contact tire here. That is about as close to brand new as a tire could come. 225/35 ZR19 up front. But looking down the driver's side, it really is in excellent condition. You can see my reflection all the way down. There's no damage to speak of. You've got a little trim strip here, which is essentially just a piece of clear bra that covers up the fairing and intake opening here. But these are functional intakes, obviously, on both ends. They also aid in the aerodynamics of the car, believe it or not. It's not a crazy wing on the back, but it does help with the aerodynamics. At the back here, again, the same wheel, but a little bit wider size, 285/35 ZR19. The rear of the 430 is in excellent condition as well. You can see the quad outlet exhaust. That is a stock exhaust system, but it's an active exhaust system. You can actually hear the second set of baffles open up when you're under medium to heavy throttle. Sounds amazing. This really doesn't sound like any other V8 you could imagine. But everything's all in stock condition. Absolutely excellent condition back here. Nothing to point out as far as damage, nicks, chips, you name it. And that also carries over to the passenger side, where again you're going to find a fresh set of the Continental Extreme Contact tires, 19-inch. But look at my reflection all the way down. It's just like the driver's side. There's really nothing to talk about. It is absolutely gorgeous. What an awesome sound. Well, obviously I'm out for a spin in the 430 Spider. Or as some will correct me, the F430 Spider, which is the proper name for the car. But here I'm rolling up to a red light, manually downshifting. I'm just leaving regular sport mode, but listen to how easy this car just accelerates here. Green light, second, third, fourth, fifth. You can hear the baffles close on the exhaust there. What an unbelievable sound. I mean, this here, it's 80 degrees in Chicago in the middle of August, and this is an absolutely awesome day for a Ferrari. But here, I'll put it in sixth, cruising along about 50 miles an hour. I'm turning about 2,000 RPMs, and I mean, honestly, this might be more comfortable than a Mercedes SL at this point. It's just buttery smooth in everything it does, but you know you've got that immense power behind you. So obviously you can downshift to get the soundtrack back there. You go into fourth gear. And as we just crest the speed limit for a split second there, it really is an honor to drive something like this. And not only that, it is really comfortable. All the inputs are light. You got power steering that's actually really light when you're not pushing it. All the controls are very direct. You got a great air conditioning system. You know, it used to be something that plagued a lot of the Italian cars back in the day, but you really have nothing to compromise. Great stereo, in-dash CD with a navigation system built in. Dual power seats, got some carbon fiber trim here. Everything's powered, including the full power top. But this is an amazing car. It really is an amazing car. This is what an Italian sports car is today. And the soundtrack behind it, I mean, if you didn't know it was a V8, you'd not be able to tell by the sound of it. That's just unreal. That should be illegal. Another cool thing about the interior on here is the yellow tachometer. I really think that's something cool. You know, it's an option from the factory. It comes standard red. But this interior is perfect. I mean, even looking at the leather up top here on the dashboard, everything's hand-stitched. Carbon fiber inlays, you know, even if you're not a big carbon fiber fan, they don't stick out at you. The stitching on the doors here, this light leather, and everything works perfect. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this car. To drive it is like to drive a brand new car. It really is. Alignment's dead on. Coming up to a stop here. Car will downshift itself back to first. I mean, here I'm 6 feet. Obviously, I'm adjusted extremely well. I'm very comfortable. This is a tilt and telescope steering wheel, so it can go up and down or come out to you. But the Manatino here, I'm in the sport mode right now, which is your normal drive mode. You can go to race, where it just clips the shifts into just milliseconds. Listen to that sound. Oh, that's unreal. And that's nothing. I'm just driving around town, not bothering anybody. But with the Manatino, once you go into race mode as well, it firms up the suspension. So, you know, the sport mode gives you a little bit more of a touring ride, and the shifts take a little bit longer. Here, I'll go down to third, and you can hear it's a little lazy. But when I go to race, and I put it in fourth, you can hear it just hit the shift right away. It's like there's no lag time. It almost feels as quick as a dual clutch. Obviously, it's not. But you really could drive this every single day if you wanted to. Obviously, the climate's something to consider. Here in Chicago, I don't know if I'd necessarily drive it every day in the winter, but I probably could.